This video is really about emphasizing that the idea of sex trafficking, I guess the way that it's being sort of told or sold, it's far more common, I think, and far more frequent than we realize. Like, you just really don't realize that people kind of get sucked into this vortex in a world. And listen, I am not here to shame sex work as it is something consenting between adults. I don't care how people get down. I don't care if your money transactionally comes from having sex. Like, I don't care if you're somebody that actually pursues relationships with women where you are actually having sex with them. That's not, or anyone else rather. That's not my concern, and that's not where the judgment is going to lie. My thing is more so about protections for people that don't necessarily notice that certain things are something make me amiss sometimes, right? So let me tell you. So coming back from the Apple store, I'm like, you know what? I need to get some joggers. So I'm walking towards the mall across the street, and I was like, let me just go cop some joggers. Probably no more than like $15, right? Like, I'm not the kind of person that spends a whole bunch of money on clothes. I just don't really have, I'm not a fashionista. And I've maintained that, guys. Like seriously, if you know me, you know that I'm not the person that's like pulling up with the designer like outfit on or whatever. And even if somebody gave me a designer outfit, I'd probably just like resell it, like for real. Like, I just don't need that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going towards the mall to get the $15 joggers or less, whatever it's gonna cost. And this man, this homeless man is like flirting with me, and he's like joking, and he's so cute. And he's like, hey baby, like one of those kind of exchanges. So me and him were going back and forth, like so funny and cute. And we're just like, yeah, that's my husband, and blah, blah, just, you could just tell it was just like a fun, cool, he's a cool dude, cool interaction, nothing there to regret, nothing weird. Well, there's another guy after that, right? And the guy's staring at me, like he's staring at me in a way that made me feel like, I gotta like remember his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have some sort of situational awareness, sometimes things it's like, this is not about I think this person is cute. It's just like you're staring at me. And it's a thing that certain people do where you could just tell that it's like more than nothing, right? So I peeped that. So I was like, I gotta keep his face in my mind, right? So I'm seeing it, whatever, and I just kind of gave him the head nod, like, all right, nigga, like, what's all that about, right? So I'm going in the mall. I go in the mall, same dude comes up behind me, but he sneaks up like a cat. You know what I mean? And I hate when people do that. You gotta let people know stuff like that. You don't know people's trauma. And me, really personally, I'm always just sort of looking around, like, not on no paranoia type stuff necessarily, but it's like I just gotta understand the room. You know what I mean? I gotta know what's going on. So I'm not somebody that I don't just be like just jogging through life and skip to my loo type of stuff. That's not what I'm on. So the dude walks up on me. He's like, hey, hey, you got an Instagram? And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, when it comes to like stuff like that, like somebody asks me for my Instagram, people do this a lot nowadays, but it's like, yo, what's your Instagram? All right, cool, whatever. Because I would just follow people back. I don't really care. Instagram is not some like property where I feel like I have to hold it close to the chest and, oh my gosh, I don't put a whole bunch of like personal stuff on Instagram, and it just is what it is. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll follow anybody back. Like, as long as your page is not private, I'll follow the person back. If your page is private, I will assume that there's a reason why it's private, and it's not necessarily because you're cagey. You probably just don't want people in your business, right? I don't have any business. So he's asking me, he's like, yo, so like, what are you up to? Like, what you about to do? And I was like, well, I was actually going to go into the store. I was going to go to get some joggers right here, right? From Mandy's. Mandy's is like a store where you can get a whole outfit for like $13. Like, you really could. You can get a whole outfit. I'm not the Balenciaga girl. I'm not the Fendi girl. I don't have none of that. I'm just not that kind of person. And I'm not wearing this as a badge of like honor or to shame anybody. I'm not saying if I didn't have those things that I wouldn't use them. You know what I mean? Like this, I have certain things I have that are expensive, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand an expensive bag. I can understand expensive shoes because you're walking in them, right? It's just, so it's not that. It's just that, for the most part, I don't mind. I'll just like throw whatever on and that's it. Like, and plus it's like, what's so expensive about some joggers and t-shirts? So we go into Mandy's. He's like, yo, I'll buy you the pants, right? And this is so funny about people like that, because I think a lot of times like guys will think that you're much younger. So they think that you're like impressed by things that like somebody buying you $13 pants, whatever, right? So he gives me the money for the pants. We'll just short a couple dollars. Whether or not that makes sense or is necessary to the story, we'll just leave it there. When he DMs me on Instagram, he's like, okay, look, like you kind of really had the right idea. You're a little bit off, but you're not all the way off. He's like, so yes. He's like, I'm not looking for you to sell pussy necessarily. He's like, but I would like to compensate you for your time. So he's like, so if you're interested, he's like, listen, I know you need money. I got money. I can give you what you need. He's like, and we'll just keep it like, we just keep it a buck. Like, we don't have to date, flirt, nothing like that. We'll just, what I'm saying? This is just transactional. Like, I'll pay you for you. And I was like, bro, like I said, I don't sell pussy. I don't care if you want me to sell it to 500 people, one people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just don't go down like that. Like, there's a million things I can think of before I even get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm African. I could be a street vendor. I can braid. You know what I mean? I can do a lot of goddamn, I can clean houses. There's a lot of things I can do before it gets to the point where I'm selling ass. It's just not a choice I'm fenced to make. I'm not doing that. No. So he kind of disappears for a while. There's some back and forth, going back and forth, as far as like what he's showing me to show that he's like, I guess worthy, or like that he got money like that. Like he sends me pictures of Henny Pure White, and I'm like, bro, I do not drink no fucking Hennessy. I definitely don't drink Hennessy, and I definitely ain't drinking no Pure White. I was not one of them goddamn fucking Tulum gang chicks out here that's like so super fucking impressed and shit with fucking bootlegged and like y'all sitting here hustling bottles. No, I don't drink brown liquor, and I don't like Hennessy. Hennessy, in fact, is the worst of them all. So that was like the worst thing he could have shown me. But whatever, like I said, I wasn't mean to him. There's no reason. Basically, it's like, the way I am, I don't get offended by things when a person, like, I meet you where you at, right? Like, if you talking about something, you want to buy my ass or whatever, and you think I'm selling pussy, that's your lifestyle. That's what you know to be something that's possible, right? So all I can tell you is I don't do it. But I don't have to be offended because you weren't intending to offend me. Intention is everything with me. So even a wild ass shit like that, like, bro, I just left the house and shit to get some joggers and some Alvies and some pussy. Like, I'm not going to be offended because I do not think that man meant to offend me. I did not at that time. Now, let's continue on with the rest of this story. But he hits me up a couple of days ago and is like, yo, just letting you know, like, the offer still stands. Like, shit, I'm just letting you know, like, I got the money, and if you, I know you need the money, so shit, let's do what we do, because I can make this real easy for you, you know what I'm saying? I can make them, take a pain point away, basically, right? And I was like, bro, it's all good. Like, again, I'm not judging you. I don't care how you get it, where you get it, how, whatever you're doing, that does not concern me. I don't judge you for it. I'm just letting you know you are barking up the wrong tree, because I'm not that girl, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that there aren't girls like that, and I'm not even saying that they're bad girls if they are like that. I'm just saying that, like, you just asking a person that's like, I mean, it's like, I'm not even giving that. Like, even if y'all saw how I went to the mall, like, y'all would actually laugh that this was the proposition, given what I even had on. Like, that's actually an ignorant ass statement of me to say, to hold what I had on. But, like, seriously, if I was going to buy ass on the Ave, it wouldn't be the chick that had on baggy pants, sweatpants, and a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be something else. You know what I'm saying? But that is no disrespect to anybody that's cleaved out, booty out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Again, get your freak on. I do not care. I just want to emphasize that, guys. This is not about a judgment about lifestyle. This is not that at all. So here's where it gets very interesting to me. So to know me is to know that, again, I'm also a person that, while I don't pass judgment, I'm also very keenly aware when someone's trying to, like, break you, right? Like, I've been around this world a very long time, and I can tell when someone is just trying to, like, find something, an angle to just literally destroy your spirit, right? Just to find that something, like, how can I get this person under my employ or command or something like that, right? So bruv says to me, well, not for nothing, I could kind of, like, look at you, and I'm not trying to be mean, but you look like you struck. Like, I could tell you're not all right. You're not really all the way good. I can tell, it's a little loud. Like, I say, at that point, I'm just like, okay, like, I'm doing the courteous, nice thing. I'm trying to meet you where you're at. But then now you're just like, you're trying to disrespect me because you just really, you're trying to break me. You know what I mean? I see the play now. I see what it is. You play the whole, oh, I'm such a nice guy thing. And now you're just going to go ahead and just, like, really try to destroy me or whatever might be left of me, if there's anything of me at all. You don't really know, right? So he's just working all angles, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, oh, this is what you on. This is what you on, brother, huh? So I was like, let me explain something to you, brother. First of all, I have a father. My father has been present in my life. Every single day of my life, my father has always been there. No matter what I need or what I do, my father will always be there for me. I don't need another father figure, and I don't have to be insecure because you are trying to break me, because I look broke to you. And if I do look broke, that's good. Why would I be walking around here looking like I'm about some money? And why would somebody about some money be at Mandy's buying no $10 pants, $13 pants? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just like, it's giving like the guy was really just like trying to find the next victim. And I think that he just thought that I was younger than I am. And he just thought like, wow, let me go ahead and just like, snatch up the next girl. And to be honest with you, I don't even think, like he said he wanted to see me, like whatever. I really believe this guy was on some low-level pimp shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it was about him wanting to see me at all.